I believe, another WCS game where against MC, the other Protoss did a proxy Void Ray with like a few Stalker Rush, and MC eventually got the mothership out and was able to do the Nexus cannon and saved it. But it was a really awesome rush on Whirlwind, so I'm excited to see what sort of crazy play or if they'll go standard.
Well, we'll find out, guys. The game is already loaded in. Let's get to it. Game number 1 between Hwangsin and Sage.
Woo!
Woot woot. Man, Sean, I'm so glad that you're back. You're one of the few players I actually like in this community. No, just kidding. What?
Just kidding.
Well, I wasn't kidding that I don't like you.
I'm just playing.
Sean, don't do this to me. Alright, so in the top right-hand position, we have Root Sage as our red Protoss, his opponent. Gonna be the Quantic player. Quantic captain, it is Hwangsin. And I know, Sean, you're also like a big contributor of the Mafia scene lately.
Yeah. Love that game. It's a lot of fun.
I've been starting up on Team Liquid a lot. I know you guys have kind of grown the community to what it is. For those of you that don't know about Mafia, definitely check it out. I need to get in some of those games again. I apologize for not.
If you go to StarCraft events, a lot of times Team Liquid runs big Mafia events at them as well. So, you know, in real life, Mafia is pretty awesome, and we've started to do it online, you know, so definitely a lot of fun there, too.
I agree. So as it stands, very standard openings from both these players. Normally, when it gets to this stage, we just look at the gateway counts, or not gateway counts, when they're actually put down, what supply, but both of these are very macro-centric ones.
Sage did his first guess a little bit later, but he got his second guess a little bit sooner. And then, of course, we have Hwangsin scouting. I feel like this is like Sage showing a little bit of confidence, saying, you know, I don't think Hwangsin's going to be doing some sort of rush. I think I can outplay you, and I'm confident in my ability to hold cheeses.
Normally when you scout out, you're looking for the difference of, is it going to be a 1-gate opening, a 2-gate opening, or a 4-gate opening? Obviously you want to scout out, as soon as you scout out a 4-gate, the game's over, basically, because it's a very easy defense, especially nowadays, to hold that off. But against like 1-gate and 2-gate, that's when you really know if you have options or not, whether to take the fast Nexus or whether to hold off. Hwangsin, though, even with the scout, he's just saying, well, I'm not even going to get a starting Zealot. Actually, both these players not getting a starting Zealot. And they are just teching over, probably going to hit. I know Hwangsin likes to do a lot of very fast expansions.
Do you see it?
I see it. Cheekiness.
Oh, yeah.
Dark Templars.
You think that's it?
Yeah. What do you think?
I agree. It's gotta be DTs. It's if it's gonna be a Stargate, it's gotta be the worst Stargate placement ever.
Well, hey man.
Maybe not ever, but
okay. So Rotterdam told me a story about Night End, who did Stargate plays, and he just wouldn't scout his opponent on Whirlwind, and he'd just be like, "Oh, really? I have a 33% chance of hitting my opponent." So. He just doesn't scout proxies as Stargate, and there was one game where he just had to do cross-map proxy Stargate play. That's pretty sick life, man.
Hey, if it works, but you're definitely right here. We're seeing the Citadel come down. We're going to see the Dark Shrine, and, you know, we've stopped the scouting from Blue, from Hwangsin. He didn't get to see as much as maybe he wanted to see, because there really wasn't that much to see in the base. That's almost the tell in itself, kind of. We're gonna have to see if Hwangsin kind of figures that out.
I mean, that third pylon is so important. Normally, it's gonna be out there, so I have to feel like Hwangsin does realize this, and he's gonna scout around. This is pretty good. He scouts around the major areas where there would be a proxy Stargate, and if he sees no proxy Stargate, he's gonna to kind of deduce that it is going to be some sort of Dark Templar play.
Yep, that's very nice. His Mothership Core is a little bit later. His energy might be a little bit lower there. Another thing we're not seeing at all out of Hwangsin is a sentry here. That's kind of the way you can stall. If you don't have any observer or detection, give a couple sentries, and if you see it, you know, if you have that quick eye to be able to watch for it and see it. But Hwangsin's not quite doing that. But he has the wall. That's also a super neat little trick. You wall off. Oh boy.
Oh gosh. Okay, he's okay. But Dark Templars are still going to be very strong, and there is no second Oracle incoming. They're the Dark Templars.
And it's a little bit out of range. The Stalkers are
Oh,
even moving
gosh.
out.
This is
Oh boy.
This is game ending.
You think this was just like Sage, the mind game coin flip master of PvP?
Yeah, and Hwangsin doesn't even realize he's still moving across the map. Hasn't reacted. Hasn't put down any.
He's got to bring the.
yeah.
He's got to bring it all together and recall home if he has the energy. He doesn't though, because that mothership's so late. Now that DT is in there, all Sage has to do is hold. He can either cancel that Nexus, let it finish, and yeah.
GG. No, he knows. I mean, there's no way to really do that. We're looking at a 7 minutes and 30 seconds. So all he has